New Zealand. When Abel Tasman saw the New Zealand, he said it looked like a land in Holland. So New Zealand he called it, and the settlers called it the Emerald Isles of the South Pacific. The Maoris who lived there were children of Maui. It's just that the white man thought they said Maori. For early Christian missionaries settled New Zealand first, along with traders and sailors and whalers, bringing with them their knowledge of Christ with their English language. And these missionaries taught the Maoris about the Most High and how to read and write, and their minds soon became enlightened. So the Maoris quickly declared independence from the Queen of England in 1835, expecting the British royalty to accept their new flag. The city of London must have been surprised, because the Aborigines easily died, but these Maoris were esteemed wise, for natives barely civilized. Then the British sent their ship of the Admiralty, hoisted their flag with the Union Jack upon it, which Honi Heki cut down ×3, in defiance of British Freemasonry. So they signed the Treaty of Waitangi. Then Hobson declared the South Island terra nullius, to begin the land grab for the City of London. Then came the soldiers and farming to fill the ships with production. But some Maoris didn't want the English flag, the tricolours of the Union Jack, the red, white and blue of that nation, or to suffer under the English Revolution. Today New Zealanders are called Kiwis, and a few understand who the Most High is. Some Maoris say the white god was Tu, who defeated Maui in the War of Heaven in Maori mythology. But when All Black Glory walks out for rugby, Kiwis sing their anthem to the God of Nations and do the haka to their war god Maui. So who do you think has more power? And the All Blacks carry the weight of the nation, like Braveheart's men fighting Longshanks, like back in the days when the Scottish stopped the English invasions, back when farming and war went hand in hand. Perhaps Kiwis should become the first to reform the international banking system, instead of paying taxes to pay them interest, and create a currency of New Zealand, out of thin air, just as they do in London. No more foreign-owned Central Reserve Bank, created by the Bank of England, here in the 1930s, here in the British colonies, while America was being placed into bankruptcy. That way Kiwis could pay less taxes to pay their loans and interest. But it all could get pretty serious if they came and dropped their bombs upon us for being so jolly rebellious. Anyway, I'm just another Kiwi joker, so you don't need to take me too seriously. I'm not really a red revolutionary. I'm just a protester from just lately. But it sort of makes sense, don't you think? Since we're the furthest from Jerusalem, furthest from our Middle Earth, not somewhere in Central Otago like in Lord of the Rings, that we could do something, don't you think, to free ourselves from the curse and be a light on earth all the way back to Jerusalem by putting their evil schemes in reverse. That would mean the smallest of nations had become the greatest, and the last had become the first, just like in the quest of our birth.